You there? Ryan, you there?
Are you almost done? Wait, I see you in here. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm in.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to get in here and then all of a sudden by myself
Bugs everywhere.
and then all of a sudden get destroyed. Did you guys play after I left or no?
I think for a short bit, not like ages or anything.
Whoa, this train is out of fuel. Do you know why?
I think it just ran out. Take a look. Refuel's slowly catching up, I think. Fortunately, my little slow car, so driving back up there. Refuel it. Oh, I was going to work on today. I think I was going to work on the fancier analogies. Slash whatever else I get into. I don't know how to drive this car around, because literally if it runs into anything, it just destroys it. So it's like, I'm trying to get over to you guys.
Yeah, that's like a Zamboni. What
Yeah. I'm trying to get over to like where you are, or whatever, you know. But like if I run into a train, I'm just going to kill it.
Well, what's even the appeal to this?
We'll see.
And who made this train track? Like, like a drunk man going around?
But yeah, it's like basically a mobile robot network. So I'm gonna do some like refactoring over here. So ooh, check this out. Just gonna deconstruct all this. You know, you can kind of just drive it wherever you feel like, and it's got like a massive, massive cargo, so you can just be like.
You're just driving around like the mobile robot trunk.
But you can still put so much stuff in it. It's pretty insane. Fix that train.
Does the order of the interrupts matter?
Slightly. I can't remember which one. There's like a subtle priority between the two, but most of the time it doesn't matter because the ones you want to like take over, you do like this can interrupt other things, and then it wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either the top's slightly more priority or the bottom is. I can't remember. Fix more trains.
Putting in more trains?
No. More trains are out of fuel. Constant battle.
There's gotta be an upgrade that you can do over there.
They're just all trying to swap out at the same time, and I haven't figured out how to. Well, I haven't thought on it long enough to figure out how to not have ones that are okay show up for the replacement before the ones that are low. I'm sure I can think about it a little bit more. I mean, I am doing some upgrades over here to spit out shit faster.
Why do we have a blue thing researching? Shit, are you at these trains that ran out?
Yeah, I was gonna fix this real quick so the fuel ramps up and then go fix them.
Alright,
Destroy factory
I'll
a little
help
bit.
out. I think that's everything is borked right now.
Yeah, just drop some coal or carbon in there. Should be good.
What is this train over here? Is it delivering coal carbon?
Yes, because we need carbon on this line to go to the furnaces for
Okay.
these random things.
But is it supposed to be a 1-2-1 train?
Yeah, I just made it that way, but just because
Well,
this
that
one up here can't fit.
okay.
But
Well, that's fine, I guess, but then I just have to fix the. It just offloaded all of its fuel.
yeah,
See that? You, so you're gonna keep it that way? I'll just fix this.
yeah, probably. at least
Okay.
for the short term.
There.
refactor's done, probably going to go back to fixing the trains and upgrading the algae. Let's see.
Okay. I just loaded some empty fuel trains. Offload for oddballs is the ones where you want it. What's that one for?
Just anything
You
that's
want
not
it to
part of the standardized train network.
You just want it to wait, right? Or to leave quicker? 90 seconds have passed. That's the difference?
Well, like, we seem to prefer that, but that one's only viable on ones that aren't standardized, because the standardized ones need to stay until they are empty. We could have a unified offload for everything, but then it would have to be wait until empty, which, you know.
Wait, the only difference now between offload for oddballs and offload is that this one also says it's not at an offload station. I don't understand that.
Let's see. Offload for oddballs. Yeah, why did I add that? I added that for some. I wish you could put notes on these things. Like,
Yeah, what does that mean?
uh,
Need comments.
yeah, so it can go to the offload if it's got stuff to drop off. If there's somewhere it could go to offload, and it's not already at an offload. Like, basically, I think the bottom one's like, hey, go check in with your onload first before going to another offload. Can't remember why I would have added that, but
Wait, are all the trains using offload? Wait, offload for strict. I see. What's the difference here?
that one's for the standardized one where they have to stay there till they're empty.
Okay.
That one's important. So I figured we would just have like the schedule for the standardized ones, and then the other guys.
Actually, didn't we decide that if we don't need offload for strict anymore, it doesn't need to go fully empty?
I think we were thinking about it, but we. I don't think it'll work. I think it needs to stay there until it's empty. Like, there's going to be a positive loop where. So, like, I think the way I'd explain it is this. Like, let's say you've got 2 offloads and 1 onload, right? Of, like, wood, which is kind of our go-to example. And so you got 3 trains, right? 2 at the offload, 1 at the onload, just kind of hang out, right? If you have it leave based on time, so like one of the offloads is like, hey, I've been here for too long, I'm going to leave, right? Well, then the onload wood train will be like, huh, I've got somewhere to go. I'm going to go fill in that station.
Oh, and
right?
then it'll just start circling
And
back
then,
and forth.
and then another one from the relax will come and be like, hey, there's an onload that needs someone to go to it. I'll go to it. And so now you've got 4 wood trains, right? And I think that'll just keep piling up. You'll only get 5, you'll only get 6, you know.
I see.
But I don't think it matters for the, like, I think the standardized one's really good for just the normal guys, right? Like all the ores, a lot of things don't care that they need to sit there till they're empty because they intend to have a decent amount of flow a lot of the time. So it's not like a problem. It's only for like weird guys that like might only have like 15 of them in the train car or something like that don't want to stay there for forever.
And how do we solve it for them? Can we make a generalized one for them?
Well, I mean, I think there's always going to be a little few oddballs. Like this algae train here is going to just be weirdo, but like it's useful to kind of have it do two things at once. I mean, we could put 2 train stops at every algae train station, but I've got like plans to make like 5 of them around the base, so like that's just annoying. It's nice just having one train that picks up both the things and takes it away. And I think Curtis was thinking about the same thing with like geodes over here. Like we're probably not going to have like a whole train car of geodes. We might have just the geode car that has all the geodes and maybe drops them off at various places or something like that.
You think? Do you think that the real problem then is just it's for those that the capacity is we don't intend or want to fill up 3 full wagons of stuff? Is that really we want it to just go before 3 wagons are filled?
I would phrase it in the way of like the standardization setup is good until you want to not be standard. So like the algae trains can't be a part of the standard train. Does that make sense? Like
But what about like this one here? I just wanted to set up a clay brick one.
Yeah.
What do we want that to be? And then looks like there's a mud one below it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think it is problematic to. I forget if we solved it last time or not, but like it is annoying that this train would need 3 cars, right, to like fit into the system because we're not going to have that many clay bricks. And maybe we could solve that by limiting it to only like 3 grids or whatever, 3 like blocks. But I don't think that'll work because again the car types switch, right? So like this is clay bricks now, but it might be iron plates later. So it would have to be that the grabbers stop putting in clay bricks if there's more than like 600 or something like that, right? But that would probably fuck up the schedule, which says I need to stay at the onload until I'm full. Right? Wasn't that part of their setup? Offload.
But yeah, I think that we have to fill up at least 1 train for the whole thing to work, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it seems like a lot of restrictions. I like the flexibility of just being like, yeah, this is a clay train, like, it should be like this. Oh, this is like an iron plates train, it should be like this. And, like, I feel like these rules are just, they're too standardizing, and maybe
You can't make one rule for everything.
Yeah, like, someone's gonna suffer because of it, you know?
Well, what would so here's the question then. What should the clay brick rules be, you know? Like if it were on its own,
I would want to limit the car to like only holding 800 bricks until we decide that like, oh, there's a huge flow need for bricks, right? And then we would maybe
so like
it.
it is right.
Yeah, like that.
Here, like I just did.
And then I'm just predicting.
But if you do that, okay.
I'm just predicting.
And
I'm gonna guess that there's.
That's just That's just because we don't know yet how much throughput
we don't know how
need,
much,
or like how much.
Yeah, we don't know how much bricks will come into play. Like we might just need like 100 here and there. We might not need 10,000. Like a massive flow all the time, right? So like it might just be a train that's like, hey, I've got 600 bricks on me. Every so often, 1 of 3 places might need a few bricks, and I'll drop them off, and then I'll come here and sit here for another 2 hours. And that might be that train.
Well, also, okay. Here's a thought. You know how we're limiting up here? We're enabling and disabling them based on how much is in that thing. Well, does that kind of solve that infinite loop thing? Because if they're disabled, nothing's gonna get sent there, right?
The infinite loop of train cars joining the leaving early problem.
Yeah, remember how we don't, like, you get filled it up. The reason that we don't want this offload, the reason we want them to empty all the way and sit there is because if it leaves, if it goes there and then doesn't leave, then when it goes to a different one, then it's left something open. So one from like the stockyards will come and fill it up, or one from a different onload will come and fill it up, and at the same time, something else will go fill its place and fill up a different train full of that thing, right?
Yeah.
But but doesn't it break it if there's no, and break it in a good way if there's no offload for something to come
That
and
would
clog it up again?
that would not
Like maybe
be
this.
that would be the train not leaving because it ran out of time. The train would leave because the station turned itself off, right? So like, we'd still not have.
Yeah.
We would still not.
Yeah, so okay, so it's not leaving based on time, it's leaving because the station turned itself off.
Yeah, I think that would be
So maybe that's the
better.
solution then. Like we keep it, like we could keep it for any products that are like that. You have to control the offload and just shut it off when you're remove it as an offload, and then once it's removed as an offload, then the train will just go back to sitting at the onload.
Yeah, I think what will happen is it'll actually keep sitting there, but it'll as soon as I think there's still like some edge cases. Like okay, so like let's say you've got the 3 wood stations, right? 2 offloads, 1 onload, right? And one of the offload wood stations says, "Hey, I'm full," right? Well, where is that wood train going to go? The onload's full, the other
It,
offload's full. It probably will just sit there. Which
it'll go to the stockyard at that point,
okay,
right?
so you've got a bunch of wood. You got a bunch of trains that are sitting in the stockyard, just kind of idling.
Hopefully not a
Right?
bunch, just like one per thing, because it
Oh,
doesn't infinitely.
not true. Because like for example, the other wood offload. Like, what if all the wood offloads decide that like are just not flowing a lot? Then like if there's a resource
You'd
that
get
isn't flowing a lot, all their trains will go to the stockyards basically.
you'd get one to go to the stockyard for every offload that is turned off, right? But
Yes.
actually, isn't that kind of the same even in our current state? If there's, I mean, that's okay. That's kind of the
No.
point. If there's nowhere for it to go, it sits at the stockyard, but it's only one
All these
per
no, all these trains are
per
sitting
like
at their
type.
onloads. There's no the wood's not flowing right now. It's stale, and it's just hanging out here at the stockyard or at the wood onload until something wants it.
Yeah, there'd still be one there.
Yeah,
You're saying that
you would only
okay,
need one
if there's
train there.
none there, then that one would show up here. It would only go to the stockyard if there's nothing, if none of the onloads are open,
So walk me through it. We
then,
got 2 offloads, 2 wood offloads, 1 wood onload, and they've all got a train, right? And then
and
both
there's a total of 3
what
trains
yeah,
to, well, actually, there's an infinite amount of
sure,
trains
sure.
that could service it, right?
Well, sure.
There's an
Well, let's
infinite
say
amount of trains that could service
right
it
now
because we're
there's
generic.
1 wood onload and say 10 wood offloads, right? And there's a bunch of trains at each. What if the wood is not in high demand and every single one of those offloads times out and says I don't need you anymore, and turns its station off? All 10 of those wood trains are going to go back to the stockyard.
Yeah. But isn't that how it currently is?
No,
Like that's not, has nothing to do with.
I don't think so because let's see, check. Like for low flow.
Why do we have a... God, we have another train that's out of fuel again?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? Oh, because it's checking for wood bricks? Wait. Why did it do that? Is there something wrong with the...
Now we're switching out for wood bricks. There's just currently a train waiting for wood bricks.
But why is this... Why didn't this one refuel?
Because there is not enough fuel. Like every train wants to switch its fuel right now because we're switching fuel types at the moment.
But wouldn't it be sitting... Oh, and it just can't get to the fuel station because there's only one allowed at a time, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but like if there was,
How many can get into the fuel?
I mean, right now,
So it
like,
has no path to get there, so it's going to the stockyard and it ran out on the way to the stockyard, is what you're saying?
yeah, and there's like 10 trains that want fuel right now, right? Well,
And this one, for some reason,
this one's
can't get to
no stops if
chunk
that name
offload.
exists. Yeah, there's no chunk offload. Why isn't it going to the stockyard? Not at all.
Yeah, why wouldn't... Is there no way to get to the stockyard because there's trains that are...
No, it's
in the way?
because if you look at the rules right now, it's the interrupt that's active is the offload for strict. Allowed to interrupt other interrupts. It has cargo in the inventory, so it's trying to get to an offload station, but there is no offload station, so it's just kind of sitting here. The stockyard is just like lower priority because it doesn't have the allow interrupting other interrupts, and so it's just not.
Do we need to remove that, allow interrupting other interrupts?
Sure, let's flip things around. Alright, that should be a little bit better. Why is it unhappy now? Oh, because there's too many trains.
Man.
Should be going now. I feel like a lot of trains are coming here and just not doing anything and leaving. Kind of sucks. Like they're all kind of checking in, sitting around for a while, and then leaving.
Are they full? This one just dropped its stuff off, and it's going to get more. It's okay. I think the ones that are coming in and leaving, are they raw?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
supposed
like
to.
that they sit
That's the
there
raw
until they're full.
drop off.
Sure, but they didn't leave empty, right? Like, imagine they come in, they drop off 30 ore, because that's the only thing that this is going to take, and then they leave with the whole cargo full of ore to go pick up 30 more, and then come back. Like, that's a lot of churn for nothing.
Which one's doing that?
I think this guy just did that.
It dropped off. That one's full. There's nothing in there. These are all full.
Yeah, so why would it be coming and leaving?
That's a raw ore spot that you just pinged. I don't think anything's coming and leaving, is it? Let's see.
I just saw a bunch of those trains come and leave.
Oh yeah, wait, this one... Okay, wait, the raw ore ones are using offload for oddballs.
They haven't been standardized yet, for sure.
And offload for oddballs.
Leaves after 90 seconds.
Or 5 seconds of inactivity, and it's full.
Yeah. So they're like showing up, being like, I got nothing to do with moving.
So what do we want? How do we want it to be?
I mean, I think we
empty?
I would prefer to start not I think the standardization is too hard to reason with because you can't think about all the situations of all the trains. Like, does this standard setup work for every train we will ever make? Like, it's hard to like reason with it, if that makes sense. Like, it might work for 70%, but not 100%. And then we're like, oh well, it doesn't work for this train, and then we like tweak it a bit, but that just breaks something else. You know?
Yeah.
I think for like the ore trains, definitely like we can make them standard because it's like they want to be fat, they want to have a whole cargo train. Why not? And they don't mind sitting there and waiting for forever until they're empty or they're full, right? Like they're definitely perfectly fine with being part of like that standard, strict setup. But like I think we just opt into it when it makes sense, and like when things want to be weird, they can be weird, and that's fine, you know. Like the only problem with like things being weird and not being standardized is it takes like 5 more seconds to set up, which like isn't like a huge deal one way or the other to me.
Okay, so then those should be using offload for strict. Who should be using offload for oddballs?
Stuff like the wood, anything that's not going to be conforming to these big rules. So like everything else besides ore trains. Like the wood trains. I don't know, everything else. Like I think it's good to have the standard set up, but I think it should just be like when you're setting up a resource type, you're like, hey, does this make sense to be standard, where it's got 3 whole cars that fill up all the way and stay there till they're full and empty? If yes, toss it in. If you want something else, just do whatever else you were thinking, you know? refuel.
Man, all I was trying to do was set up some powderizers, and I spent 45 minutes looking at trains.
Adjusted the refuel station a bit more so that it might prefer to let trains that are actually low go there. Hopefully that'll be a bit more of a cleaner transition. I mean, I think the actual problem is that just Factorio just doesn't have the rule set that you need to kind of actually do the wild card setup the way everybody wants. Like, the dials just aren't quite there. And the guy in the video kind of made it work, but with some, like, caveats and restrictions. And I think since we can't conform to those, it's kind of, like, hard to, like, yeah, the dials just aren't there for us to make it exactly how we want. I don't think. I remember what I was going to work on. I think our stone processing was like not good. Falling behind.
Yeah, so here's a problem. Right here, this one that has chunks, saprite chunks, there's currently no offload for it at all, because we just haven't made one. But it's got a full train, and it's got nowhere to go. So
Yeah.
it went to this... You know what? It must have left, because maybe to refuel. You know what I mean? It probably left to refuel, and then once it left, then it went to the stockyard, because if it were still at the onload, it would have just waited there, because it would have had nowhere to go.
Where's the
Right?
stockyard? What is the stockyard? X train's not at.
it won't go to the stockyard if it's um, if it's at an onload, right, to prevent this scenario. Because now another train is going to go over to the chunks and fill up full of chunks
Mm-hmm.
when when we've got one already sitting here.
Yeah.
So it needs an offload before you put on an onload, right? Oh, or gosh, I mean, this is actually, I mean, this has nothing to do with the generic stuff. This is, well, kind of does, because it's another train is going to come in there, swoop in.
Mm-hmm. I do know
You
that.
know, this kind of would will flush itself out over time once we do build the offload,
Yeah.
so long as there's enough stockyard spots, you know. So one thing we need to do is add more stockyards, just in general.
Yeah. There is like a weird situation though, where it's like when we do add an offload, you would hope that the stockyard train would take it, right? There's no real guarantee of that. Like the one that's currently on the onload might be the one that says, "Oh, I'll go there," right? And then you got like a
Yeah,
third train, and the one in the stockyard just never gets called on. Um,
right.
I feel like we're gonna have a decent amount of mistakes here and there, like that, where it's like, "Oh, we didn't do the whatever, and this is full or whatever." Like it's not gonna not happen ever again, sort of thing. Like it will
Yeah.
keep happening. More crusher
There's a train mod we could use if you wanted to.
What's it add?
That sets up like logistics style trains, requests, and stuff like that.
You have a link?
Let me find it. LTN. There. A lot of people like it, but it does change.
I wonder if it works with the Bob's trains too.
Changes some of the challenges, you know. But I guess that's the point of all of this stuff. If you like the changes.
Yep.
I haven't looked too much. I think what it does, it lets you like do requests to places. You know, like blue box style.
Mm-hmm. Take a closer look for sure. Gotta be a little aware of it working with the Bob's trains because it might not like recognize that it might be like hard coded to only work with X trains or whatever. Not quite sure. Depends on how they did it. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I didn't mind manual stations too much. Like, you already have to make an offload station per resource type. So it was just like, okay, also make an download station per resource type. It's, you know, not a big deal. You're already doing it, you know, for one. And then, I guess the train category itself too. Yeah, well, it didn't seem too obnoxious, but I guess I didn't set up like 15 cores or anything like that, so. Maybe it's less obnoxious when I do it one by one. we using the rubite anywhere? Or are we just fixing forever till we get...
I mean, we're not using enough of it. You know, that's kind of legacy because we had a lot. I mean, the reason there's so many up there is because we had many. We had like two. We had several of them from two here, and then some over on this one, and then they ended up in the stockyards, and they haven't been used as fast as this. What I'm saying is it's because of that, but
I feel like we're even
hopefully
filling
it'll
up,
fix
we're filling
itself.
up
But
another one. Like, I don't know if this is just like the last one, but like, is this one gonna
I
leave?
think that should be the last one because now it's on the new system. I mean, we should keep an eye on it. Now it's on the new system. It shouldn't leave until there's somewhere for it to go. Although this is the this is the ore. The ore goes up here. And there's already a train sitting there because it's just not being used. So it should sit there, and the only thing that should get it out
No, it's trying to go.
is...
It's trying to go to the stockyards right now. It just can't because the stockyards are full.
Huh. Well, why? Because it should... It's not at... Condition line. This is full. And it's not at the onload, but it is at the onload. So why would it...
It might think that now that I'm looking for a new station, I'm not at the onload. Like right now, it's not currently at the onload. It's that station's not on the list right now, right? I don't know. That's my best guess.
What? Well, how do I let it know that it's sitting here at specified station?
I would have thought it stayed around, but see, it's not. I think this will be a lot simpler if we just do his setup and not try to do all the extra stuff to let the trains leave early and just let the strict setup be what it is and put the trains in that are happy with that setup and don't put it in for the ones that aren't. And like, don't try to make it leave early. Don't try to add all the weird shit. Just like, yeah, stay till you're full. You leave when you're empty. You got 3 wagons and they're always full, and that's it.
But isn't that what this is?
No, he doesn't have a stockyards rule on his setup.
He has a relax rule, but it's the
Yeah.
same thing, just with a different name. What's the relax?
I think it's I don't have cargo in my I don't have cargo or I have empty cargo as part of the stockyards rule for him. So he would add to the stockyard wildcard trains and empty cargo. He would actually just say empty cargo, go to relax. Would probably be his stockyards.
Oh yeah, okay, wait, here's what it is. Empty cargo, go to relax, and destination full or no path. And relax is not full. So you only go there if there's empty cargo.
Yeah.
Do you want to add that to it? So that's the...
Yeah, I mean, I think we originally had that and we were trying to deviate to try to maybe let the trains leave early, but I don't think it's gonna work.
So you only go to the stockyard if you're empty, is what it is.
Yeah, I'll rename it Relax, just because I think we're familiar with, I don't know, the goal of that. Relax, empty. Alright, so this one should, I'm gonna back this up. Oh god.
Well, now we have to... Sorry, I was messing it at the same time. Wait, it's trying to go there. It's probably on the old rule. Wait.
Yeah, something opened up in the stockyard, so
I stopped it. So where should it be? It should just be
I'm
sitting
put it on the onward.
back where it was.
Yeah. It's sitting there. We got 1, 2, 3. No, well, we got a bunch of crushed roulette in here as well. I think the crushed roulette, we're doing the same thing. Or something. Alright, I think we just start making this flow so that we can start using this stuff. Right?
Blue. The
Or just start like
the chunks?
Start using materials, and then it'll clear out the stockyards.
Yeah, that's the next step of it. I mean, that's gonna be a big thing. Right now I'm working on the powderizing step. I'm not gonna get to that tonight.
Take away the passenger train so we at least get a few slots back from the stockyards. upgraded stone a little bit, but still got a lot of it.
Okay, I like this, by the way, that we set it so that they're there, because they're sitting there and we know that it's working, you know? There should be a train. Sitting at the spot. And much better than it being at the stockyards, right?
Yeah, I like that better too.
But why is there nobody loading up crushed croton? I think we just don't have enough trains, actually. At least free trains.
Uh-oh. Or is that loading up happening?
And here we don't have enough. Yeah, we don't have enough trains.
Yeah, I think maybe we can add the trains back. Let's keep the schedule as it is, because if we have like another, stock apocalypse, we'll be in a shitty spot. I think if we want to experiment anymore, we can make like a third schedule with just like literally one type of resource just to try that out. That's like low impact and do some babysitting before we like just basically leave this to sit. Because I think it's a little too dangerous with all these ore trains to fuck it up. But I guess we can start making some more trains. Hey, no more trains have been running out. That's good.
Mm-hmm. We have lubricant?
I don't think so.
I need it. Hope it's not hard. I bet it's like a 20-step process, you know?
That's how it goes.
Oh yeah, it'll be easy. I got everything. Oh, just need lubricant.
10-hour journey for lubricant. is ridiculous. Oh, hello. Alright, I was thinking about making an official train station.
For what?
Just like over here for, you know, like the wood, the circuits, stone, the slag offload. I was gonna offload some more stuff like oxygen. I don't know, just get rid of this like weird single thing here.
For algae?
You want one of these cars at some point?
I need to buy one of those puppies. It's time for lube. Base mineral oil and residual gas. I spent some time earlier, like, looking into the oil stuff, but then all this other stuff happened, so I forgot it all.
Yeah.
So how are we making this? Alright, we're making base mineral oil, that's good. Don't know if it's, I'm sure it's not a good way of doing it, but it's there. And residual gas.
Alright, I'm gonna start making ammonia gas actually, just to get the rocket production going.
We still don't have silver. Isn't that the whole thing?
Oh,
But we almost...
maybe.
We will have it soon.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'll get the rest of it prepped as much as I can, I guess.
Ethane and steam. Ethane and steam. Okay, there's a lot of ways to make residual gas. We're making it anywhere. Alright. It's in the natural gas side. I guess. I think we have to go tap that shit. Why are you not making tin? Tin. Oh, tin, molten tin.
Sorry, I was on. Yeah. I was investigating that as well.
I'm just. Oh, you're looking for
It's
tin?
silicon. We're not using silicon, but I'm not sure what we're supposed to be using silicon for. I guess the silicon wafers. Just unbound that and see how it goes. Silicon wafers used for, I imagine, those are the circuits.
And
Used
it's
in
the copper backup, too. I mean, all of these are potential spots that. Copper, why is there a copper backup? We're not using copper fast enough.
yeah.
Or bronze. We're not using copper or bronze fast enough. What can we do? Just increase the stockpiles of plates? Or, you know what? Increase storage tanks of the liquid. It's probably easiest,
We
right?
have, if we're low on, or so one thing is like, there's should be copper being made here. I don't know why. Currently, it's not. Maybe we deconstruct it if it's not anymore.
We have the old stuff that's just disconnected. Yeah, you can deconstruct that.
Okay.
It's just
Deconstruct.
we're not using copper enough.
Yeah. Yeah, put it in some storage tanks.
Do we want to store? Actually, we can also use more bronze. Either one. Storage tanks. Are there like big storage tanks?
I know there's a big pressurized gas one.
Storage tank 2. Oh, it takes Invar planes.
And confused. The robot train is not working the same as the vehicle. As always.
So there is some soon where it can get some recipes that only make a certain kind of ore, so you don't have the issue of
Yeah.
backfill stuff, but it's more expensive. It's not as efficient, and I think it requires this other ingredient, mineral catalyst, that I'm not sure. So there's caveats to it.
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried that the standardized schedule will have this like set up. If there's a bunch of resources that aren't being used, trains do slowly burn their fuel even when sitting. So you might get like, for example, the Rubite train might be like just slowly burning through its fuel, and then it's like, oh, I need to go refuel, and then it like adds a train to the mix when it shouldn't. Like,
Yeah.
I think his setup kind of assumes that like everything's kind of flowing often, because like why wouldn't it in basic
Yeah.
Factorio?
all the natural gas is up here and I'm gonna get it. I'm afraid to go there because it's gonna start pissing off those biters.
Yep, yep.
Here they come.
What are you grabbing that for?
For lubricant.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm gonna pump it and then pipe it back to our factory over here. But we're gonna need more room than just that little dink. But I think that should be enough to like get it started, I guess.
Yeah, we can evolve that to be more of a natural gas area.
It's gonna be just like how our mining is taking so many different, you know, the raw ore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here they go. They're already attacking. I already pissed them off.
So what kind of gas are you making over there specifically? Because I was gonna. Let's see.
Well, it pumps natural gas, and then, I mean, I need to get it to. I'm looking for natural gas liquids. I think the first step. Natural gas.
Do we have
First,
air?
you separate it, and you get raw gas, gas condensants,
Mm-hmm.
and sulfuric wastewater. There's a lot of shit here. Natural gas liquids. How do I get that? Yeah, and then the raw gas turns into acid gas and natural gas liquids. That's what I need currently. Everything else, I'm gonna either flare or... I mean, they're all useful. I need it all. But we need it all, I mean.
Yeah. I was just looking at air filters, which are like better ways to make oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go upgrade the bottom left area to that. Basically, just pull air or oxygen out of the air.
We're doing that, actually, at the bottom.
Yeah, but we're like making hydrogen and flaring it. Am I pulling in
No,
water
no,
and
no.
shit?
I'm sure it could be improved, but it's right here. Now,
Mm-hmm.
is that what you're...
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think we gotta start getting this stuff like on the train because like I need the nitrogen gas, and honestly I needed that oxygen, and I made it somewhere else too. Like we're making this oxygen
Yeah.
and stuff everywhere. It'd be
Mm-hmm.
nice to like centralize. All right. Oh, sorry, I was talking with my mic off. Um, why don't we make like a gas country somewhere? Because like I'm gonna make nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then ship it out. But I don't know what other things you're gonna be making with the oil, natural gas stuff. I don't know if it combines or doesn't, or what.
Yeah, where do you want to do it?
I was thinking either here because we've got some stuff already, but like might not even be worth trying to save that. We could just like pop it in over here or something.
That's not gonna be enough. That little spot.
You don't think so?
We're gonna need. Gonna assume we're gonna need an area that's the same as all the metal stuff, or like, if not more.
All right. Well, I'll make the
I'm
hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen over here.
where?
I'm just gonna do it over here.
Well, I think we should reserve that area.
For
Even though in theory you can do it somewhere, there's no reason to have trains go across the map if that area should be for metal related stuff.
sure, we can do it somewhere else.
Where would be?
Claim this up here.
Yeah, up there.
Okay.
But that probably won't be enough room, but
No, nice.
it's a start. Yeah, it's a start because the oil is here, and then the natural gas is coming from here. It's all gonna come in and meet in the middle, I guess.
Yeah, because I feel like we've got all these gas makers everywhere that are just flaring the opposite thing that they don't need. So like someone's flaring hydrogen, someone's flaring oxygen,
Yeah.
someone's flaring nitrogen.
Of course. probably gonna get going soon.
Oh, good.
But have this on. Alright. It's set up. We just need a train. And an offload.
Cool. I mean, I'd say... What are we using it for? Or like, what's the recipe, generally?
It's gonna be a lot of stuff. I mean, this is gonna go through all the oil stuff. This is like a base ore kind of thing.
Got it.
Same with the oil.
Cool.
You know,
I
the
guess I'm
thermal
doing...
water is right here too. We'll probably have to grab it soon.
Maybe just want to do it over here. Ship it around over here. Like this will be
Yeah.
air and oil.
Yeah. Alright, I'm done.
Cool.
See you later.
Later.